All right. Well, thank you, Archbishop Gomez, and thank you to everyone who made tonight so special, including Judy Brooks and Michael Seymour. I also want to thank the Archbishop's Awards Committee for this incredible honor. It is a great honor. It's truly humbling to be here with such an amazing group of honorees. I'm still trying to figure out how I made the cut, but I'm not asking any questions. This honor is really a reflection of the many people that have shaped and guided me. My greatest mentor was my mom, Annette Shannon, and I know a lot of the priests know Annette Shannon. I know she's watching tonight with my dad in heaven, and I know they're both over the moon. My mom was the youngest of 5 sisters who grew up in a chicken ranch in Norco. 2 of her sisters became nuns, and my mom wanted to be a nun as well. My grandpa, though, wanted grandkids, and fortunately for me, he won the debate. My mom led RCIA programs at several parishes for over 30 years. My parents simply taught me to use God's gifts to help others. That foundational belief has guided me with my family, with my career, and with my faith. I've been incredibly blessed. I have a wonderful wife, Britta, whom I love deeply. Next month, we celebrate 28 years of marriage. And we have 4 amazing kids, my leprechauns, Patrick, Finley, Mackenzie, and Delaney. Mackenzie's my favorite, though, right? By the way, there's a reason I'm saying it. A couple of my kids had a tough choice tonight. They could be here for Dad, or they could go to Coachella and see Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber won for a couple of kids, but not Mackenzie. So that tells you 2 things. My kids have priorities, and I clearly need to step up my game. To be fair, though, those kids bought tickets well before they knew about this event. And they already had friends flying in from Boston, New York. And I told them, have fun and say a prayer for Dad between sets. All 4 of our kids went to St. Lawrence Martyrs in Redondo Beach, where Monsignor Paul Dotson has been an incredible influence on my family. Monsignor's humility, his spiritual leadership are awesome, but his sense of humor is the best. He's definitely one of my mentors, so thank you. Professionally, I have been fortunate to build a career at Newmark as co-head of capital markets that has allowed me to support so many causes that I care about deeply. Newmark has been a terrific partner for me. For more than 30 years, I've been involved with the Catholic Big Brothers Big Sisters, and I now serve as vice chair. This is the only Catholic Big Brothers Big Sisters in the nation. And we have the largest Catholic population in the nation with 288 dioceses or parishes, as Archbishop knows. Last year, we celebrated our 100th anniversary as well. This organization changes lives by giving at-risk kids something simple but powerful, a role model. This agency is invaluable to these kids, and it's critical to our community. Ken Martinet, who's been our president for the last few decades, in the near future is going to help us transition. We need a new president for the Catholic Big Brothers, so if there's anybody in the audience that's interested, it's a great job, it's a great cause, and we will be looking. I also want to mention the USC Caruso Catholic Center, which also celebrated its 100th anniversary last year. If you haven't been to this center, you should go. It's one of the top university Catholic centers in the country. It wouldn't exist without the tremendous support of Kathleen McCarthy, Rick Caruso, and Joe Boscovich. Joe Boscovich got me involved at a lunch over 10 years ago by describing it as a board focused on Catholics and Trojans. I told him, Joe, you had me at hello. Today, it's a true vibrant home away from home for USC students and a place where all are welcome. We have been blessed with a new pastor, Father Matt, who's a 2010 USC grad who now calls our center his Galilee. His energy and passion is contagious, and it's an honor to chair their board with so many other great members, including our MVP, Rose Ramirez. Finally, I want to talk about the Missionary Sisters of the Eucharist, which is an order of nuns founded by my late aunt, Sister Toni Marie, just over 50 years ago. My aunt was with the Sisters of the Presentation in San Francisco, but she wanted to be a missionary. She even tried to get a visa to go to India to work with Mother Teresa. At the time, it was not possible to get a visa to India, so she instead went to Guatemala and eventually started a new order of nuns with the Pope's blessing. I first visited her mission in Guatemala 26 years ago and immediately fell in love with their work. I didn't know that my aunt was going to pass from cancer in less than 2 years, but the Holy Spirit had already instilled in me that I wanted to adopt these nuns. The nuns also make me look tall, as you saw by the pictures, which I appreciated as well. When my aunt was on her deathbed, I promised her I would take care of her nuns. I tried to keep that promise. They currently have 52 sisters across 7 missions. We built a new chapel. We built a shelter for the unhoused. We're now building a recovery center for addicts and abused women. We've also established the Missionary Sisters Foundation, which has grown today to over $8 million with the help of the Boscoviches and Old West Investments. The Missionary Sisters are their most important client. This foundation ensures that my aunt's mission will continue for generations. Their expenses only average $156,000 a year. I tell my family the most important thing we do is what we do with the Missionary Sisters of the Eucharist, period. My son Patrick, who was with me on the recent trip, will take over when I'm done. And then I'd like to conclude. I frequently say success comes from what you know, who you know, and what you can do with what you know. If it wasn't for using this knowledge to help others, help my community, help my church, help my family and my team, I wouldn't sleep very well at night. That's just how I'm wired. I owe that to my parents and to my aunt, Sister Toni, and other mentors as well. I also hope that it can be an example for others. If you can't give financially and you're younger, look at giving your time or giving your network to help others. It doesn't need to be a Catholic charity. It could be the City of Hope. It could be a Little League. It could be something, but do give back. There's tons of needs out there, and there's a ton of good causes. Thank you again for this tremendous honor. Thank you also to Monsignor Paul, Father Matt, Rose Ramirez, and Ken Martinet, and Bob Maddock for being here all tonight. God bless, and fight on.